Okay? Now, putting our hands back into play. Alright, we up, we out. When we turn the gun towards us to drop the magazine and we put new one in, our hand is already here. So all we're doing is sliding up, lifting our dominant thumb and placing our non-dominant right up under that and just pushing back out. That's all we're doing. Just pushing back out straight in front of us. Now, this is the way I train people. Alright, give me a second. Let me check my time on my video and we'll get back to that one. Alright, so back to it. So we're pulling out here. Alright, we're working out our dominant hand, our non-dominant hand together. This is what I tell people. Alright, this is a handgun. If you were fighting somebody, what would you do with your hands? Okay, a lot of people like try all that cool stuff here and doing all that around, but technically, if you didn't really just think about it, you say, I want to uppercut this person, what would you do? You would punch straight out. Same thing you need to do with your gun. Okay, imagine taking this gun and you hitting them with your bullets. Now, this thing, don't get all lost in the mind and try to shoot your bullets this way. Alright? This is just a practical theory to get you to push that gun out at that person. Alright? Wherever your hands land is where your bullet is pretty much going to land, as long as you got them sights lined up. Okay? Of course, if you do it this way, bullets go to the ground. Okay, again, this is not a sight alignment video. This is talking about loading and unloading. But to represent that gun, it needs to be a thought process of punching straight out. And extending and punching straight out. Boom. Without your arms fully locking in, elbows need to be pointed outward and not down to the ground, and push back out. See my elbows? Pointing out, not straight down. If they point straight down, this is what it will look like right here. Okay, we don't want any bent limbs. Alright, it's going to cause you to have a lot of recoil and you won't be able to do fast follow-up shots. Okay, out here. Some people say, oh yeah, I can do fast follow-up shots. We're not talking to you, you professional. We're talking to the people who need assistance. Alright, so you push out. Again, checking what you have. Remember, always take the trigger finger off trigger once you're coming back and you're not shooting anymore. This is the problem people have. Okay, they keep finger on trigger, and as soon as they rack the gun, they let off. And let's say they do a trigger reset and they go boom again. Alright, seen a guy do it inside of a gun range. I was actually teaching a class. I had just got finished covering the safety portion, and I just literally had that second just got finished talking about it, and the guy on the other side of the glass was in there turning the gun in, and he came in with his finger on the trigger. He racked the gun, and when he released, I guess he must have had a little more muscle than he thought, and he reset that trigger and hit it again. The bullet went straight into the ground. Scared the piss out of all of us. Scared him for life too, but you know, those are mistakes that happen. So get your finger off that trigger when you're coming back. Thumb should be in play, not trigger finger. Boom. Turn. Okay? This is my thought process. You can kind of talk it through your head. Okay? Draw. Shoot. Check. Drop. Turn. Insert. Okay? Whatever you need to put in there in place of my words, you do so. Alright? Again. Draw. Shoot. Check, drop, turn, and insert. Rack and back up to play. Alright? And then you start working on that really good, and you get pretty fast. Whoop, too fast. Whoop, too fast. Alright? And guess what? I'm not going to edit that out because you will see the mistakes that I make based on not slowing down. Alright? Nor was I looking at my gun, so make sure you're doing that. Alright? This is real training. If you do it wrong, you better correct the mistake that you make and figure out what you're doing and do it right. Okay? I was moving too fast, not looking down at my workspace. That's my problem. Alright? That's another problem with empty magazines that don't want to come out. Okay, now if you do have that problem, obviously You're going to bring up that secondary magazine, take your pinky, you have a little groove right there, and slip that mug out of there and put it back in. This is for Glocks. I'm sure other guns have similar notches or have enough magazine left over the edge that you can stick a pinky nail in there and just press and flip, okay, as you're coming up. Alright, hopefully this has been informative for you. Alright, if not, you know, I'm sorry. Alright, so let's go over it one more time, slow-mo, and then one more time fast, and I'll get out of here. Slow motion, check that gun. There's nothing in there. Drop, turn, look at it, back up to target, boom. Okay, check, drop, turn, back up to target. Another thing, while we're on the subject, for Glocks, I have a tendency to put extended mag releases on mine, so it'll be a lot easier to drop. This is a hot gun. I'm gonna put this one back down, but just showing you the extended mag release. And what I did was I sanded it down so it won't catch anything and it won't hurt my fingers, because I did a class of about 700-800 rounds, and when I went to my secondary hand here, it was scratching up the inside of my palm. So gotta be mindful of that little things. But hopefully it's been informative. Hope you learned something. Hope you're gonna practice this and get it right. Because I would agree, if you can't get back on target as fast as you like, it's very frustrating, and it's gonna slow you down in your combat skills. Alright, because you fire all 17, 18 rounds, and he gets back onto the draw faster than you do, and you haven't hit that rascal. First of all, there's a problem there. But secondly, you want to be faster.